Hello, world. How are you all in this day of days? Was it around the time that the table fish email hit your inbox that you realized that today was in fact Tuesday? Because who knows what's going on in this glorious week between Christmas and New Year's where nothing bloody happens. My name's Chris. I'm going to take you through our table fish quiz of the year. 2021. It says New Year's quiz 2022. 2021 quiz of the year 2021. We're looking back on all the mental stuff that's happened in this bloody dreadful year. Let's be fair. And I'm looking forward to taking you guys through it. Just still setting up one or two bits here as we are wanting to do with HQ. But we already have about 20 teams on the scoreboard. So I look forward to taking us all through it anyway. I know we said last week we might not be on air. We have unfortunately got COVID in the camp here at TFHQ. You couldn't escape it for long. Couldn't escape it forever. And so like everyone else in Ireland, we were in a little bit of a quarantine period. Certainly feels like everybody else in Ireland. So the upside is we get to join you. So lovely to see some names on the scoreboard we haven't seen in a while. University Challenge, congratulations on getting married. I think we mentioned that on the quiz the other day. Denim Chicken quarantining from the UK. Very interesting. You guys again. My old folks are back. The Midweek Alcoholics. And you guys are very welcome as well. Today we've got 6 rounds and we've got the bonus round pixelated. Our 6 rounds there. General knowledge and alphabet soup as usual. They are not 2021 related. Everything else 2021 related. So we've got entertainment, sports and news. And then we've got like a guess the caption. So we're going to give you a picture and we're going to give you the letters of the caption. We're going to ask you to guess the caption. And still, my audio has a major echo on it. Oh, that's not what I want to hear. All right, cool. How major are we talking? We can see if we can. Oh, I know that echo goes by. Oh, give me a second. Has the echo disappeared? Are we still echoing or are we no longer echoing? No. Try to mute that. What about now? Has the echo disappeared now? Still no. Oh. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. And can you guys hear the lo-fi, no? No lo-fi. Okay. Tech issues. I was using this thing, whatever you call this, for something else recently, and I must have messed it up. Just give me 1 second. Should be lo-fi. All right. Without any further messing around, let's get going. Team captains, if you haven't played in a while, you're going to see space for 9 answers on your answer sheets. I'll explain when we get to question 9. Let's go. Team captains, you should be able to see your answer sheets. And we're off for our quiz of the year. General knowledge, round 1, question 1. What is the name of a squirrel's nest? Told you these ones are going to be boring. Do I know how to change the background color of the chat to white so that you're able to see what you're doing? No, absolutely don't. I just have to deal with it. What is the name of a squirrel's nest? Question 2. The middle finger of what famous scientist is on display at a science museum? The middle finger of what famous scientist is on display at a science museum? Question 3. What country was the first European nation to reach Japan, the land of the rising sun? Doesn't look great. Looks slightly better. What country was the first European nation to reach Japan? Question 4. What make of car has been used by James Bond the most times in the Bond franchise? By the way, the scoreboard is absolutely racked. 23 teams. So hello to Midweek Alcoholics, Clyro, Euroquizard, Fierce Foley's, Quarantine Turner, Fake Fazzle Dazzle, Cool Cattens and Kittens, Finbar, Gene Without Finn, The Intrepid Quizzers, Christmas Carols, Mead for Sam, University Challenge, Uncivil Servants, Allendale 25, Cunning Linguists, Wise Winos, Lions Tea, Quinton Quarantino, Green Lawn, No Zoom of the Denim Chicken, and Christina Aguilera. It's good to see you all. What make of car has been used by James Bond the most in the Bond franchise? Question 5. Strine is the vernacular language spoken in what country? Lo-fi is probably a bit high, isn't it? Strine is the vernacular language spoken in what country? Question 6. How many enemy planes must a pilot shoot down to be considered an ace? Yeah, you only need one untouched serve to be an ace in tennis, but how many pilots do you need to shoot down to be an ace in planes? Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, probably the most famous fighter ace of all time. How many enemy planes must a pilot shoot down to be considered an ace? Question 7. What is the only bird to be honoured by its own year on the Chinese calendar? What is the only bird to be honoured by its own year on the Chinese calendar? Question 8. What currency is dispensed from Antarctica's only ATM? Thank you to all of the wonderful people who helped me triage my tech audio issues. Anyway, what currency is dispensed from Antarctica's only ATM? All right. People who've been playing the last couple of weeks know what's coming next, but people who don't may not. What I'm about to show you is a very, very, very pixelated picture. That is to say, it's a very unclear picture. This picture depicts a major news story from 2021, and I just need you to tell me the name of that news story. Just tell me the words related to that news story. That's all. Here's the key. In round 1, it's going to be very blurry. In round 2, it's going to be slightly less blurry. In round 3, it's going to be slightly less blurry again. Round 4, it's going to be less blurry. Round 5, less blurry. In round 6, it's going to be a perfectly clear picture. The sooner you get it, the more points you'll get, because you can give us the right answer in every single round. Round 1 is basically a guessing game, but round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams will start to get it. So you're not going to know if you got the right answer. I'm not going to tell you. You're just going to have to take a guess at it each week. So here is our first pixelated picture. This depicts a major news story from the year 2021. There's no way you won't get this at the end. Everyone will get this by the end. But what is that a picture of? Just take a guess, throw your answer in. Nothing can go wrong. What is that a picture of? And here we have the recap slide for the round. What is the name of a squirrel's nest? The middle finger of what famous scientist on display at the Science Museum? What country was the first European nation to reach Japan? What make of car has been used by James Bond the most times in the Bond franchise? Shrine is a vernacular language spoken in what country? How many enemy planes must a pilot shoot down to be considered an ace? What's the only bird to be honoured by its own year in the Chinese calendar? And what currency is dispensed from Antarctica's only ATM? Team captains, we're a little bit late starting today. It's 8:15. You have until 8:17 to get those answers in. As always, we will be giving you guys a minimum score. So even if you have an absolutely dreadful round, you're going to get 4 points. And I'd say this is a tough enough opening round for you. This is a very tough opening round. No Christmas presents on offer. All right, team captains, closing the answers there. So if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. And I'm going to collect the answer sheets right now. So yeah, an absolutely brutal first round. We've been at loads of minimum scores, but don't worry, it gets easier. I think our lead team could be on like 6 or something. Now, here's the one thing we would recommend you to do. Pay attention to how many you think you got right. Particularly if you're not sure if you got that 9th one right. Because if you think you got 4 and you get a 5, that means you probably got the 9th one right. You can continue to put down the same answer for the next few rounds. But let's go over the right answers to the round. The name of a squirrel's nest. Very few people got this. The vast majority of people said it was a den, or a lair, or even a warren. It's actually a dray. So well done if you got that. A handful of teams did. The teams that got that are mostly in a position to get some points this round. The middle finger of what famous scientist is on display at a science museum? I need to look this up, right? Because so many of you said Albert Einstein that I'm wondering, is it possible that there is a second middle finger on display in a different science museum? The answer we have is Galileo, but I'm not sure anybody got it. So a lot of other great names were there. There was Edison and Mercury and lots more, but Galileo is who we were looking for. So well done if you got that. We'll have a wee look to see if there's a famous Einstein middle finger we missed. The first European nation to reach Japan was Portugal. They loved going that way. The car make that's been used by James Bond the most in the Bond franchise is the Aston Martin. Andrew from that other team was telling us a couple of quizzes ago that in the books it's meant to be a Rolls Royce. But there was a sponsorship deal signed in the early movies and the Aston Martin became iconic and connected to James Bond. Australian is a vernacular language spoken in Australia. Lots of guesses for that one, but Australia was what we were looking for. An ace only needs to shoot down 5 planes. So there were some big guesses, but you only need 5 planes shot down to be considered a fighter ace. The only bird to be honored by its own year on the Chinese calendar is the rooster. The only cash that you can get from a currency in Antarctica is United States dollars. So that gets us on to round 2, 2021 entertainment. We'll see how we're doing on answers. Yeah, we got a scoreboard for you. And as we said, the scoreboard is pretty brutal after this round, so don't worry. There's an awful lot of teams on 4. If you entered the quiz, you're in the top 10 because the minimum score from round 1 would have got you into the top 10. So don't worry too much about it. But well done to Gene Without Fin and Lions T. You guys got 7s. You're a Quiz It Harry of Fake Frazzle Dazzle Denim Chicken. You guys got 6s. And Midweek Alcoholics and the Cunning Linguist got 5s. So you guys are all on your way. Let's go on to round 2, 2021 entertainment. So these are all of the things that happen in the year in pop culture, film, music, that sort of stuff. What anniversary is the Harry Potter film franchise celebrating in 2021? How long has it been since the Philosopher's Stone hit cinemas? What anniversary is the Harry Potter film franchise celebrating in 2021? Question 2. Which country won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2021 in Rotterdam? Which country won the Eurovision Song Contest in 2021 in Rotterdam? Question 3. Which legend of the musical theatre world sadly passed away in November 2021? Which legend of the musical theatre world sadly passed away in November 2021? Lights on Broadway were dimmed. Question 4. What artist won Record of the Year at the 2021 Grammys? What artist won Record of the Year at the 2021 Grammys? Question 5. Chloe Zhao became the second woman ever to win Best Director for what film? The lo-fi's gone off because I think I've managed to crash Google Chrome. Lovely stuff. Stream should keep going. But, there'll be no music for a second. Chloe Zhao became the second woman ever to win Best Director for what film? Was that the Oscars? 92nd Oscars, I think it was. Back in the spring. Question 6. Daniel Craig bowed out as James Bond in what blockbuster movie? Daniel Craig bowed out as James Bond in what blockbuster movie? It was emotional, actually. I thought it was quite well done in the end. Question 7. Season 3 of an HBO drama, apparently based on the Murdochs, won massive accolades this year. Many TV critics say it's the top TV show right now. What is it called? I just did it again. Just crash Chrome again. Season 3 of an HBO drama, apparently based on the Murdochs, won accolades this year. What was it called? And question 8. Name the major French electronic music duo that broke up in 2021 after 28 years working together. Name the major French electronic music duo that broke up in 2021 after 28 years of making music together. A few teams got this in round 1. I'm not going to tell you who. But here is another attempt at the picture. I'd say 3 teams got it. Here is another attempt at the picture of a major news story from 2021. Pixelated. See if you can have a go at guessing that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, Team Cabins, here is your recap slide from the round. What anniversary is the Harry Potter film franchise celebrating 2021? Which country won the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 in Rotterdam? What legend of the musical theatre world sadly passed away in November 21? What artist won a Record of the Year in 2021? Grammys. Chloe Zhao became the second woman ever to win Best Director for what film? Daniel Craig bowed out as James Bond in which blockbuster movie? Season 3 of an HBO drama, apparently based on the Murdochs, won accolades this year. What was it called? And name the French electronic music duo that broke up in 2021 after 28 years. Team Cams, you have, as always, 2 minutes. It's just about to tick over 8:28, so I'll give you until 8:30 to get those answers in. In the meantime, I'll restart Chrome for the 3rd time. And I swear I won't break it this time. It's 50 seconds, team captains. Y'all doing much better in this round. And 5 seconds, team captains. If you haven't already submitted your answers, please do hit submit. And we're collecting those answer sheets right now. Just going to disable the PowerPoint for 2 seconds while I make a quick edit to a question that's coming up. Requires a little bit more. Hope you don't mind waiting a sec. Excuse me. Oof. PowerPoint's the most recent break. So yeah, everyone's doing much better on that round, which is good to see. We could have a problem here. See how it goes. Okay, cool. All right, let's go over the answers. The Harry Potter films are celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. From the Philosopher's Stone 8 movies, released basically 1 a year on schedule. Italy won the Eurovision Song Contest in Rotterdam this year. Amazing song, amazing winner. We loved every moment of it. Fair play, Italy. The legend of the musical world that we were looking for was Stephen Sondheim, the American Andrew Lloyd Webber, responsible for so many of the greatest musicals of all time. The lights on Broadway were justifiably dimmed for Stephen. It was Billie Eilish who had an amazing year at the Grammys this year, including winning Record of the Year, I think, as well as a host of other awards, but we'll see what the Grammys of this year have in store for some of the big artists that came out of 2021. Chloe Zhao became the second woman and the first, I guess, non-white woman, Catherine Bigelow being the only other woman, to win Best Director. She won it for Nomadland, starring Frances McDormand, a movie that if you haven't seen, and you want just a bit of a spectacle, it's an experience. It's different to other films, it must be said, but it's pretty cool. Daniel Craig bowed out as James Bond in No Time to Die, the longest Bond film ever, as many people joked at the time. There was plenty of time to die at 2.5 hour runtime. Season 3 of Succession is winning all of the plaudits this year. It seems to be the show to be watching, based apparently on the Murdochs. The French electronic music duo that broke up in 2021 after 28 years were, of course, Daft Punk. And that gets us on to round 3, 2021 in sports. Before that, a quick look at the scoreboard, I think. So the first 9 pointers of the day have been given out. Lions T on 9 in first place of the quiz on 16 points. You guys know now that you have the correct answer for what our pixelated news story is. Because the only way you can get 9 points is if you got that right. You're the Quizzard, Fake Frazzle Dazzle. Tied for second on 14 points. The Cutting Linguists and Denim Chicken tied for fourth. Gene Without Finn, along with No Zoom at the Inn in sixth. Finn Bar and Uncivil Servants, Quarantine Return tied for eighth. Mid-Christmas Alcoholics, Not Colin, Fierce Follies, Cool Cats and Kittens, Allendale 25, Wise Winos, Green Lawn, Christina Aguilera, all tied for 11th. So a couple of teams beginning to get into a bit of a stride, including many time winners at this stage, Lions T. Let's get on to round 3. This is all about sports team camps. You should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's go. Emma Raducanu became the first blank to ever win a tennis singles Grand Slam. The word is it's not a term that's unique to tennis by any stretch of the imagination, but it describes a particular phenomenon in tennis. I'll have a quick look at all of these answers and I'll give it to anyone who has the right sort of concept. But Emma Raducanu became the first blank to ever win a tennis singles Grand Slam. It is not about her as a person, it is about her as a tennis player. Question 2. In the US, it was a good year for teams called Bucks, as both won national titles, the NBA and the NFL. What cities are they from? The two Bucks. We're looking for 2 cities. Both of them winning their second ever national titles. For one of those Bucks, it was the first time in 19 years. For the other, the first time in 50. So what cities are they from? Question 3. The text didn't come on. Anyway, describe what is happening in this photo from the Tokyo Olympics. For a lot of people, this was the sporting photo, the sporting story, the sporting image of the year 2021. What is happening in this photo? Question 4. What country was the Tokyo Olympics male gold medal 100 meter sprinter representing? Hey Chris, my mom thinks you're hot. Nice. Well, along with my mom, that makes at least 2 people's moms. What country was the Tokyo Olympics male gold medal 100 meter sprinter representing? Question 5. Rachel Blackmore won lots. Honestly, a lot. But what race was she notably the first ever woman to win? The RTE Sports Personality of the Year award winner this year could have gone to any number of amazing Irish women, really. Kelly Harrington and Katie Taylor are always... Kelly Harrington this year and Katie Taylor always thereabouts, but Rachel Blackmore won it this year. She won lots, but what race was she notably the first ever woman to win? She was racing today in Leopardstown. I know she was the favourite. Don't know how it went. Question 6. How many points separated Verstappen and Hamilton at the start of the final race of the Formula 1 season in Abu Dhabi just 2 weeks ago? Maybe 3 weeks ago. How many points separated Verstappen and Hamilton at the start of the final race of the Formula 1 season? Question 7. Name either of the players to score 5 goals at Euro 2020. My brother is trying to bait me into making some non-family friendly jokes on the stream right now. Name either of the players to score 5 goals at Euro 2020. Question 8. To the nearest 100. How many goals had Lionel Messi scored for Barcelona before leaving this year? Plays for PSG now. It's his second club of his professional career. We just want to the nearest 100. And one more chance to guess this for the break. What major news story is depicted in this slightly clearer, but still quite pixelated image? I think most people will get it this round. I think most people will get it this round. But we'll see. Here, before we go over to the recap slide for the round, get to the right button here, Chris. As you guys all know, Tablefish here is on a mission to keep quizzes alive while COVID is still making quizzes in pubs either impossible or inadvisable. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of the people on the right hand side of the screen. They all contributed throughout the last quarter to keeping us up and running. I don't take anything from running Tablefish, but pretty much all of it now is done by Scorcher Katie, who writes all the questions and does all the work and all the social media and sends out your emails and all that sort of stuff. She's an absolute trooper, and it's you and the rest of the Tablefish team who chip in from time to time, who you're supporting when you support Tablefish. This week has been a particularly nasty one for Tablefish. As we said last week, we were unlikely to be on air this week. Scorcher Katie was supposed to be traveling home to the US to spend some of the festive period with her family, but couldn't as a result of the Omicron variant and being a close contact, etc. So we're glad to be here. We're glad to have you guys. If you feel like supporting, go to www.tablefish.com/contribute, or at least leave a little thank you in your answer sheets at the end of the quiz. But I'll take that down now, and I'll give you guys back your recap slide for the round. So Emma Raducanu became the first blank to ever win a tennis singles Grand Slam. In the US, it was a good year for teams called the Bucks, as both won national titles. What city are they from? Describe what is shown in this picture of the Tokyo Olympics. You might have to rewind to see that. What country was the Tokyo Olympics male gold medal 100 meter sprinter representing? Rachel Blackmore won lots, but what race was she notably the first ever woman to win? How many points separated Verstappen and Hamilton started the final race of the F1 season? Name either of the players to score 5 goals at Euro 2020 into the nearest 100. How many goals had Lionel Messi scored for Barcelona before leaving this year? Team captains, we are going to take a break. We're going to take 7.5 minutes to give you a chance to get a fresh glass of wine, gin and tonic, beer, tea, coffee, water, whatever it is that you're drinking. And we'll come back for the second half of the quiz at 8:50. I will talk to you then. All right, folks, we're back. If you haven't already submitted your answers, please do hit submit. I'm just collecting them right now. Looking over some of your answers from the round. I thought it was a decent year for sports. The one downside of the year for sports for me was the Lions tour, which I thought was kind of dull. But just flicking over some of the answers here. You guys haven't loved our sports round. We'll flick through the answers nonetheless. So Emma Raducanu became the first qualifier to win a tennis singles Grand Slam event. That means that she was unseeded, but she's not the first unseeded player to win. Kim Clijsters had done that at the US Open. It's been done even more recently than that. But she was the first qualifier to win. That means that, like, before the US Open even started, she was in America playing tennis matches in order to qualify for the US Open, like the week before. And she, like, famously had her flights booked home just in case she didn't qualify. And then qualifies and then wins the US Open without dropping a single set. Now, to be fair to her, she only played one seeded player along the way, but still an amazing story for Emma Raducanu. So we've accepted qualifier, anything kind of similar to that. Well done if you got it. In the US, it was a good year for teams called the Bucks and the Bucks, as they both won national titles. That was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa, Florida, and the Milwaukee Bucks. It's just Bucks, who are, of course, up in Wisconsin. So Tampa Bay, Florida, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Describe what is shown in that picture from the Tokyo Olympics. Most of you got this. This was the high jumpers agreeing to share the gold medal. So they both jumped as high as they could jump. I don't know. And they could have kept jumping. But I think between the two of them, they thought that, like, anything after this point, it was just random. You know, like, one of them would make a mistake, and that's not how the other one wanted to win a gold medal. So they agreed to share. So that was athletes sharing the gold. A nice picture from the Tokyo Olympics. The male gold medal 100 meter sprinter at the Tokyo Olympics was representing Italy this year. Most people said Jamaica. That would have been right the last couple of years in a row, last couple of Olympics in a row, but it was an Italian. Rachel Blackmore won lots, but it was the Aintree Grand National that I think was the highlight of the year for her. Didn't realize we were looking for two cities. Well, yeah. I guess it was concerningly phrased. I think we'll give the points to anyone who got one city, to be fair. How many points separated Verstappen and Hamilton at the start of the final race of the F1 season? It was 0 points. They were on the exact same points going into Abu Dhabi. Name either of the players to score 5 goals at Euro 2020. It was Cristiano Ronaldo, quite famous. Peter Schick. If you got Schick with the Czech Republic, you know, you didn't get them, but I feel like you should have got extra points because that is a niche piece of knowledge. And to nearest 100, how many goals has Lionel Messi scored for Barcelona before leaving them this year to join Paris Saint-Germain? He has scored 672 goals for Barcelona. That means 700 is the answer we were looking for, which is a pure absurd amount of goals. So well done if you got that. Round 4 is sort of in the news, sort of a mix of general knowledge and everything else. And here is the scoreboard. And Frazzle Dazzle have just gone and done a number on the scoreboard. They've jumped to the top, closing the gap on Lions T, who they're tied with, both on 23 points. Denim Chicken, UK Quarantine Edition, in third on 20 points. And then we have Not Colin, You're a Quiz, and Uncivil Servants tied for fourth. Cool Cats and Kittens is Gene Without Finn, Cunning Linguists, and No Zoom at the Inn tied for seventh. A couple of teams Having the best round of the quiz so far, the Christmas carols. Well done to you guys. I obviously like your sports rounds. Not Colin, your best round of the quiz by a bit of a margin. Cool Cats and Kittens, your best round of the quiz. So well done to you guys. Clyro, your best round of the quiz. And Fake Frazzle Dazzle, your first 9-pointer ever. And your best round of the quiz so far. So well done to you. I'm going to have a wee look back over those scores and see what we can do about Tampa and Milwaukee. But on we go, round 4. 2021 news. Team Cams, you should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's do it. According to Cloudflare, what website/service overtook Google as the #1 visited in 2021? Google has held the title for a long time. It still has it as an Alexa rank. But according to Cloudflare, what service was more visited than Google in 2021? Overtook it for the first time in late February and became dominant in August, and overall was the most visited. According to Cloudflare, what website/service overtook Google as the #1 visited in 2021? Question 2. What power couple were notably interviewed by Oprah Winfrey? A number of you have put this down as guesses in other places already today, so I think you'll probably get it. But what power couple were notably interviewed by Oprah Winfrey this year? Question 3. Name the actor who broke the record as the oldest man in space. It was previously held by Shepard, I think. Name the actor. Name the famous actor. Name the actor famous. We're Yoda-ing this answer. Who broke the record as the oldest man in space. Question 4. Who became a meme by looking bored while wearing mittens at the Biden inauguration? I'd say this guy doesn't need to do much to become a meme. There's just something about his demeanor that makes him a dememer. Anyway. I'm sure he wasn't bored. Actually, I'm sure he was bored. The inauguration seemed pretty boring. Who became a meme by looking bored while wearing mittens at the Biden inauguration? Question 5. In April, what country got a new leader after being led by the same family since 1959? In April, what country got a new leader after being led by the same family since 1959? Question 6. What country made Bitcoin an official currency in 2021? What country made Bitcoin an official currency in 2021? Question 7. The GME stock ticker became hugely significant in 2021. What company is it? This was mad. This was mental back in the springtime. I don't know if it's turned out to be the seminal moment in the democratization of finance that people thought it would be, but Maybe it has. The GME stock ticker became hugely significant in 2021. What company is it? And question 8. What happened on January 6th? Just answer it whatever way you want to. Couple of words. What happened on January 6th? If it was your birthday on January 6th, it would be obviously perfectly reasonable for you to put that down as the answer. But it's not the right answer. I'm sure it was the most significant thing for you that happened on that day. But we're looking for the most significant thing globally. And we're getting clearer. I think the trick with this, right? If you're playing on a computer in particular, not a TV, is to go back. Go back really, really far away from it. The human brain has an unbelievable ability to depixelate images by sort of blurring them together and upscaling them. I was going to flick this over. I was too busy making a joke in the comment section. Here's a recap slide for the round. According to Cloudflare, what service/website overtook Google as the #1 visited in 2021? What power couple were notably interviewed by Oprah Winfrey? Name the famous actor who broke the record as the oldest man in space. Who became a meme by looking bored while wearing mittens at the Biden inauguration in April? What country got a new leader after being led by the same family since 1959? What country made Bitcoin an official currency in 2021? The GME stock ticker became hugely significant in 2021. What company is it? And finally, what happened on January 6th? Team Captains, you have 2 minutes as always. It's 9:20 and a half. You've until, sorry, it's 9:02 and a half. You've until 9:04 and a half to get those answers in. Most teams are getting that pixelated bonus question at this stage. 1 or 2 still haven't, but most teams are getting it, so well done if you've got it. Just 15 seconds or so, Team Captains, until I close this round, so do get your answers in. Alright, collecting those answer sheets right now. So if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. As I say, there's still a couple of teams working on it, so it wasn't that easy. But anyway, let's go on over the answers to the round. According to Cloudflare, what website/service overtook Google as the #1 visit in 2021? It was, of course, ByteDance or TikTok. The power couple who were notably interviewed by Oprah Winfrey was Harry and Meghan. Groundbreaking interview. Name the actor who broke the record as the oldest man in space. He's famous for depicting a space captain in television, and as a result, he went to space. William Shatner. There's no other reason he went to space, right? Am I missing something? Is it like if William Shatner hadn't accepted being James T. Kirk, Jeff Bezos wouldn't have invited him to fly to space? Like, is Patrick Stewart going to get invited to fly to space anytime soon? Am I missing something? Colin Meaney going to go to space? He was on the Enterprise. On DS9. Anyway, who became a meme by looking bored of wearing mittens at the Biden inauguration. There's like 6 or 7 different pictures of this man that are all memes. There's something very memeable about him. Unfortunately, it's the same thing that possibly makes him not very presidential feeling, which might be why he's not the US president. But anyway, Bernie Sanders, what a man. I absolutely love the guy. In April, what country got a new leader after being led by the same family since 1959? It was the resignation of Raul Castro, bringing an end to the Fidel and Raul duo with control over Cuba. I don't know if you got that. El Salvador was the country that made Bitcoin an official currency in 2021. And the GME stock ticker relates to GameStop, a company that was heavily shorted and expected to do very, very badly. And so a number of, I guess, individual retail buyers, mostly Reddit kids, bought GameStop's shares in order to force a, what was it called? Short squeeze? Where the shorts had to desert their positions, just bumping up the stock price. And finally, January 6th was the Capitol insurrection / White House down, which is cut off. But on we go to round 5. Guessed the caption. This is a picture round. So I'm going to jump up here. Hey, everybody. In this round, what we're going to do is we're going to show you a picture of we had to give up playing live, but we're listening from the runway. That's great to hear, Maria. We're going to show you a picture of, it might not work for this round, a picture of an event that happened in 2021, and we're going to give you a couple of letters, and the letters spell out a caption that we've written that just describes what's happening in the picture. All you have to do is guess the caption. You don't have to get it exactly right. If you get it to like within all materiality correct, we're going to give you the points. We're not going to be harsh on this. It's just a picture round. Guess what happened in 2021. That's all there is to it, really. Before we do that, I guess a quick look at the scoreboard, because you're probably curious. Fake Frazzle Dazzle and Lions T still tied for the lead. Lions T actually got an extra point in round 3 when I revised the scores. But Frazzle Dazzle outdid them again in round 4, so they're still neck and neck, 32 each. Denim Chicken in 3rd, the other Quiz at Harry 4th, Gene Without Fin 5th, along with Nose In With The In, Not Colin, Uncivil Servants, Cunning Linguists, all tied in 7th. Midweek Alcoholics, Quarantine Turner, and Quinton Quarantino version 1.1 are all running at the top 10. So everybody doing all right? Everybody doing all right? Anyone have great rounds that round? I'm looking at me for Sam. Best round of the quiz so far by a margin in that round, so well done to you. And no zoom at the end. Congratulations, your first perfect score of the quiz so far. Same for you, Denim Chicken, with 9 pointers. Well done to you guys. Let's go on a round 5. Guess the caption. Team Captains, you should be able to see your answer sheets. And here we go. ARNA. I've just realized this is scaled badly. Is there anything I can do to fix this in the short term? There is as well. ARNA. What could that be with that picture? Question 2. TDFC. And through the magic of OBS, it's back where it's supposed to be. TDFC. I resisted the temptation to make these captions overly sarcastic. They actually do just describe what's in the picture, but I kind of wanted to make them sarcastic. Maybe I will a different day. TDFC. What is happening there? Question 3. USLA. USLA. Question 4. Kakboo. KKBU. Kakboo. KAKBU. Question 5. BSF. BSF. Question 6. Oh. The letters for this one are FCR. FCR. Foxtrot, Charlie, Romeo. Oh, yeah, sorry to hear it. Despite all the chat that Omicron wasn't as serious when you were vaccinated or whatever, I guess our experience is that it's still an absolute bugger of an illness. It can knock you down for a couple of days, so I hope you're feeling all right. FCR. Question 7. This one's a quote. I didn't write this caption. It's Twazo, TWASO, and it was by Dominic Raab. So this was the photo, Twazo. See if you can do your absolute best to get this, Twazo. If there's very funny answers that are relatively family friendly, I'll read them out. And question 8. LGV. You might not have picked up on this news story during the year, but it's a charming photo. LGV. Alright, a handful of teams still looking for this. I think it should be relatively clear now what news story it was. But here it is one more time. It's not easy, to be fair. And here's your recap slide from the round. I'm going to put that full screen. And as usual, I'm going to give you guys 2.5 minutes on this one. So you've got until 9:17.5 to get those answers in. People who are getting their answers in quickly are doing very well in this round, must be said. Oh, Quentin Quarantino, absolutely ruthless with what you thought Dominic Raab had said. You're a quiz at Harry, having a pop at some foreign policy there. Things you'll love to see. Mead for Sam also making me laugh. Today, Team Captains, you've got about 10 seconds left to get your answers in if you haven't already got them in. Bowley's also thrown in the... I think that's my favorite style of round, if I'm honest with you. I just... some of the answers I get just blow my socks off. You're all gas. Let's go over the correct answer, Shami. ABBA Voyage. That was the album cover. ABBA release new album. Arna, well done if you got that. Oh, we obviously gave you the points if you said ABBA record new album. We're not fussy. TDFC we were looking for was just simple Tour de France crash. We accepted Tour de France collision. Anything that was like that. This picture is the moment before that person posing with the little cardboard flash cart just to the left of the screen steps out a little bit too far and cause a massive crash the opening stage of the Tour de France. Tour de France crash. USLA. We were looking for United States leaves Afghanistan, but we got a couple of people that said stuff like in a heap in parentheses. But that is a picture from the back of a Chinook helicopter of a US soldier looking out over Kabul as they begin to depart. Kakboo. Kim and Kanye break up. I was going to try to do some fun play of words here, like Kimye becomes Kim and Kanye again, but I thought it was probably too weird. Kim and Kanye break up. Well done if you got that. And Britney Spears freed, you know, in a pretty dire year. Let's take the good. Fair play to Britney. FCR, the Friends cast reunited. Jennifer Aniston didn't seem to enjoy the experience very much, so I don't think we'll be seeing it happening again anytime soon. But Friends cast reunited on James Corden's show in the United States. Twazo. This wasn't a social occasion, Dominic Raab. This was just a few colleagues having after work drinks or whatever. This wasn't a Downing Street party at all. This wasn't a social occasion. Well done if you got that. And LGV, Lordi gets vaccinated. This is Lordi, Finnish rock group and one-time Eurovision winner, getting vaccinated in Finland the picture taken and released publicly as part of the drive to get more people vaccinated. Well done if you got that. Lordy gets vaccinated. It gets on to round 6, Alphabet Soup. And this is our final round. And Alphabet Soup is, as it is normally, it's just going to be normal general knowledge with a little alphabetical hint. So let me give you a chance to look at the scoreboard for the final time before the end. And Frazzle Dazzle are smashing it right now. That's another 9-pointer. It's 3 9s in a row. And as a result, they have a 2-point lead. Lions T in second, Denim Chicken in third, 39-37, so 2 points between each. You're a Quizzit in fourth. We got No Zoom at the end in fifth, Not Colin, Gene Without Finn, Cunning Linguists. You guys are all tied for sixth, The Uncivil Servants in ninth, and then Midweek Alcoholics, Quarantine's Turn, The Christmas Carols, Quinn Quarantino, and Green Lawn all rounding out the top 10. A lot of teams had their best round of the quiz so far in that round. Universally Challenged with an 8, Wise Winos with a 7, Allendale with a 7. All your best rounds of the quiz so far. Well done to you guys. Fierce Foley's, Clyro, Green Lawn, your first perfect scores around so far. Quinn Quarantino with an 8, and the answer you got wrong, you gave me an absolutely hysterical answer for, so I kind of wanted to give you 9, but I really enjoyed it. Christmas Carols, perfect score. Well done to you guys. Your best round of the quiz so far on Civil Servants. Your best round of the quiz so far, Cunning Linguists. Your best round of the quiz so far, the same for Not Colin, No Zoom at the Inn. And you're the Quizzit, Harry. So well done to all of you guys. Let's get on to Alphabet Soup. Team Captain should be able to see your answer sheets. Let's roll. Question 1. According to the nursery rhyme, who within the initials JH sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie? Oh, I gotta go back to the other format, don't I? Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Hey. According to the nursery rhyme, who with the initials JH sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie? Question 2. The deadliest jellyfish in the world is this bee jellyfish. The deadliest jellyfish in the world is this bee jellyfish. Question 3. King Zog was a leader of this A country. Well, we can have a look at that for you. Yeah, we can change that. King Zog was the leader of this A country. Question 4. Eurovision winners Måneskin saw success in 2021 with their cover of the Four Seasons song Be Blank. Eurovision winners Måneskin saw success in 2021 with their cover of the Four Seasons song Be Blank. Does very well on TikTok. C blank is what Spaniards call a bullfight. C blank is what Spaniards call a bullfight. Question 6. The front part of a house, a horse's saddle, is called a P blank. The front part of a horse's saddle is called a B blank. Question 7. This D is one of Disney's Snow White 7 dwarfs, the one with the purple hat. And as one of 5 kids in a family of 7, the one that I was allocated as my dwarf, apparently, the one that was most appropriate for me as a child was this particular dwarf. Absolutely useless hint for most of you. Potentially misleading hint, actually, come to think about it. But anyway, this D is one of Disney's Snow White 7 dwarves, the one with the purple hat. Question 8. This B is a fictional Scottish village which is said to only appear one day in every 100 years. This B is a fictional Scottish village which is said to only appear one day in every 100 years. Alright folks, here we go. There was 1 or 2 teams who were still putting down different answers for this. Hopefully this one helps. It is possible that you just don't remember this news story, but it was absolutely massive. Bleeding massive. And that gets us on to our last recap slide of the evening. According to the nursery rhyme, who, with the initials JH, stand the corner eating Christmas pie? The deadliest jellyfish in the world is this B jellyfish. King Zog was the leader of this A country Eurovision winners. Maneskin's whole success with their cover of the 4-season song. B blank. C blank is what Spaniards call a bullfight. The front part of a horse's saddle is called a P blank. This D is one of Disney's Snow White 7 dwarves, the one with the purple hat. There are 2 dwarves that begin with letter D, as far as I can remember. So the purple hat bit of the clue is important. This B is a fictional Scottish village which is said to only appear one day in every 100 years. Team Cams, you have 2 minutes. It's just about to tick 8:28. So, sorry, 9:28. So get your answers in by 9:30. I'm going to queue up some Table Foggle. We're going to play some Table Foggle. We'll go over the correct answers, and then we'll reveal the winners of the final quiz of 2021. This is the anniversary of the first quiz that my parents won. I think they won the final quiz of 2020. Maybe their only win. Anyway. Don't know why there's scaling issues on the quiz today, but I'll have them fixed by next week. We will be back next week, I imagine, with a quiz. Next year, if you like. So you can see us here then. Be much more regular, I suspect. Meet for Sam. Making me laugh again. All right, team captains, I'm collecting those answer sheets, so if you haven't already hit submit, please do hit it. Let's play some table foggle. So what we're going to do is we're going to display a grid of letters here. 4 letters across, 4 letters down. And we're going to ask you to make words. Any word over 3 letters will get you a point, 4 letters will get you 2, 5 letters will get you 3, etc, etc, etc. Make as many words as you can in the 2 minutes that I'm going to give you. And we use this as a sort of an unofficial tiebreaker, or just something to do for people who didn't enjoy the trivia bit of the quiz and sitting on your team being like, what am I good at? But they happen to be really good at the Scrabble. I don't know. So team captains are going to get 2 minutes starting from 21, 31, 20. So now, the best of luck to you. We'll go to 21, 33, 20. I'm going to play as well. See how we do. One minute, team captain. I'm already at the just hitting random letters and seeing are they words stage of table foggle, so I hope you're doing better than me. Which I have a sneaking suspicion is how people win this game. But anyway, 15 seconds left. And we're beyond done. And where's the button? I got distracted. You got an extra 15 seconds there. Well done if you made the most of it. All right, let's go back to here. And first things first, if you didn't get it by the end, this is a picture of the Ever Given blocking the Suez Canal, which happened in the end of March, I think, of 2021. It was a massive container ship, and it blocked the canal for about a week, and it caused huge global supply chain issues and billions of dollars worth of expenses for companies in the logistics business. This was the heroic digger that single-handedly freed the Ever Given and restored global shipping through the Suez Canal. Let's go over some of the answers to the round. According to the nursery rhyme, the person who sat in the corner eating Christmas pie was Jack Horner. I didn't know that. Well done if you did. The deadliest jellyfish in the world is the box jellyfish. Scary boy. King Zog was the leader of Albania. A few different guesses there, but we were looking for Albania. Well done if you got that. Eurovision winners Måneskin saw success in 2021 with their cover of the song Begging You, put your loving hands out, baby. If you're addicted to TikTok, you'll know it. C blank, querido. Querida. It's what Spaniards call a bullfight. Well done if you got that. Corredal del Toro, apparently. This is more specifically. You might know the term more from gymnastics than you do from the equestrian world, but we were looking for pommel, as in pommel horse, and that is the raised sloping bit at the front of a saddle. Well done if you got it. Dopey was the dwarf that I was associated with growing up, and is one of Snow White's 7, the one with the purple hat. The fictional Scottish village that only appears once every 100 years is called Bridgedoon. And that's it. That's all she wrote for today. So I want to thank you guys so much for playing. As I say, we will be back next week. And I do want to reveal the scoreboard for the final time in the year 2021. So well done to Fake Frazzle Dazzle. I don't know. That's not your first win, Frazzle Dazzle, but that's certainly the first in a little while. So well done to you guys. Absolutely smashed it today. 49 points. To beat Lions T, who've won so many by just a single point, them on 48. Denim Chicken on 47. So very, very tight on that top podium. Well done to all three of you guys. You're the Quizzard in 4th, Cunning Linguists in 5th, along with No Zoom with the Ingene without Finn in 7th, Uncivil Servants in 8th, Not Colin in 9th, Midweek Alcoholics are rounding out the top 10. Well done to everyone who kept it lit right the way to the very end and got their best scores at a quiz at the end. Wise Winos, looking at you guys who had your best score later on in the quiz, as did the Omicrons. So always fantastic to see, and the teams that got 9s in the final round, keeping it going, keeping it burning right the way to the very end. From myself, actually, wait a second, Table Foggle scores, you probably want to see those as well. Well done to Quarantina Turner, who it seems got the highest Table Foggle score at 36 points. Very, very good indeed. I could only manage 19. So that's it for 2021. That's it for the quiz, and that's it from us. We will be back next weekend next year, but from myself, from Katie, from Aidan, from Richie, from Rick, have an absolutely lovely new year. Whether it's virtual or whether you're managing to get the sequence on and get out and about with a glass of champagne this year, make sure you have an absolute blast. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and thank you so much for joining us throughout the year. We're looking forward to doing a couple more of these while COVID is still at large into 2022, and we'd love to see you. But more than that, just a huge thank you from us. The details will go up after. We'll see you all again soon. So once again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Table Fish. Good night. you.